Hey guys, here starting off my favorite series for the month of May, which I did a little bit of a teaser for. This is going to be a little bit different than my reviews because I'm not really going to be reviewing each movie as much as I am just going to be talking about it and my experience with the movie and all that. So, first at number 31, and we're going to be starting at 31 and going down to 1. So, on the 31st of May, we'll be at number 1. So last on the list, I guess you'd say, or first on the list, depending on how you look at it, is Edward Scissorhands. Now, this movie is definitely one of my favorite movies, which is why it's on the list. For me, this movie has a lot of different meanings and a lot of different feelings and all of that. This was what I tell everyone, because it's the truth. This is the movie that got me to love film and start getting like passionate about it and all those kinds of things. This movie holds a very dear place in my heart, but it's also not as high on the list as you might think it should be and all that kind of stuff because, um, better movies have come out since then, movies that I enjoy for a bunch of different reasons, and it'll all kind of make sense more as times go. But this movie in particular is just fantastic. It's what got me into Tim Burton, and this was one of those movies that I grew up with. It's like whenever we had the TV on, it's like I probably drove my parents and my siblings nuts because. Every Sunday it seemed like they would play Edward Scissorhands on TV, and I would watch it just all the time, just nonstop. Until I finally got a DVD copy of the movie, and then I would watch that nonstop. And I just recently went and got it out on Blu-ray, and it's fantastic. It is absolutely one of my favorite movies. It's one of my favorite Johnny Depp performances. It's the first big role. I mean, he was in other movies before this, obviously, but this was his first big, real, awesome performance from him, and in my opinion, and I think, I'm gonna say I know that it was this movie that really shot his career forward, and especially shot forward his wonderful relationship with Tim Burton. And I love all the things that they've done since. I mean, this is just a great movie. The fairy tale aspect, I think it has a great message. Growing up, I was a little bit of an outcast, and so I kind of clung to a lot of the story elements of being misunderstood and all those kinds of things. And I feel like that is totally what Tim Burton made this movie for and to be about. And so, if you have not seen Edward Scissorhands, some of you might be a little bit younger, or some of you just might have never gotten around to it. But if you want a really good, endearing movie to check out and watch, this is definitely got to be it. You got to go check it out. It's a classic. It really is. And there's another movie on this list that is a Tim Burton movie, and the other one, which when we get there you'll know what I'm talking about, but easily these two are like tied at number 1 for me for like my favorite. It's like favorite 1A and favorite 1B Tim Burton movie for me. These two are absolutely my favorite. So but yeah, Edward Scissorhands, it's great. It's definitely an easy 8.5 out of 10 for me. There are some things about the movie, production wise, and looking back, because it is an older film, there are definitely some issues about it. But something really cool about the movie is I'm not going to give too much away, but there's a scene in the movie where they go to Southgate shopping center, and let's just say that I don't live that far away from this shopping center, which is pretty cool. And every time I drive by it, it's like, that was an Edward Scissorhands. That's so cool. It definitely looks a little bit different. It's not the same. The arch isn't the same color. They've definitely made it look a little bit better since it looked in the movie. But but it's still there. And you know, if you ever drive past it, you know what I'm talking about. So that's pretty cool. So let me know what you think of Edward Scissorhands. Again, it's definitely one of my favorites. If you haven't seen it, definitely check it out. And you guys can find me on Twitter and Instagram. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.